auto record when I go live, because for the podcast, I have forgotten to hit go live. And that's not good, because this is how I'm trying to record all in OBS and have everyone on their own track. It's proving difficult of late because it works for everyone that's coming in remotely, but then all of their audio and my audio are all on the same track. So I don't get my track separate. I do have my digital audio recorder, which separates it, but which I'll have my own voice on just that. But it's a little dicey, to say the least. Well, welcome, rewinders, and anyone who enjoys chill streamers, I guess. I've never done an official chill stream, so I don't know if this is how people do it. I assume it is. You just, hang out and I don't talk with you guys, right? I just hang out, sip my coffee, all what's the girl? Lo-fi girl-esque? And go back to typing. I actually prefer not the synth. There's Lo-Fi Girl, and then there's they have an alternate looper, 24-hour video going called Synth Wave. I prefer to listen to that, but it's from the same channel. All right, so here is what we are going to look at first. I am wanting to use a die here for this picture because right now I'm working on all the components for the game. We have table of contents, which still needs updating and stuff. I'm going to refresh that after I've added some more sections. We also have how to win overview, and then components I'm working on now, trying to flesh out all the components. And this part is tricky for me because I'm how much do I put into the components? Am I adding too much? I think I'm trying to describe the cards and the things that you would want to know about the cards. I guess, you know what? I'm describing the cards in the way that I would in terms of playing the game. The only thing that I don't usually go into when I'm teaching the game is these amplify effects. Let me turn the preview on. These amplify effects, I don't usually go through each and every one. I sort of count on people to read the cards that they have and decide then. But let's see. So I list those. So for this D6, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to do 12. I like that number. Hey, good morning, Rushmore. I like that number 12 instead of just 10. And that allows for each player to ideally, if they want to have around 3 die, they can just sort of to hang on to, or they can just have a general pool. But I'm not just going to have the standard, white die like this. And so as a comparison, these are the dice that come with the game. Let's give you a 3, so comparison. This is 12 millimeter dice. These are 16 millimeter dice. So quite a bit different. I'm thinking of going with the 16 millimeter. Stop looking at my eyes. But we might just continue with doing 12. Oh, by the way, Rushmore, I am looking forward to listening to your horror movie show that you did. Was it last night? Thursday night? It was very recently, but I'm looking forward to listening to that. If John Carpenter was not represented, I am going to be disappointed. I'll just say that. I know you're doing movies, not directors, but I'm hoping that John Carpenter's movies were in representation on some of y'all's lists. Fantastic. Good to hear. All right, so here's where Rushmore or anyone else watching, you can help me. I have over here, where did it go? Oh, right here. I have, this is the Game Crafter where I'm having my game made, and they have lots of dice options. Now, typically I would go with this right off the bat, I would just go, oh, well, I have my primary colors here. I have blue for water, green for earth, purple for wind, and red for fire. Just get several of those and we're good. Problem is, this purple, and I'll show you, it's not really purple. It's like pink. It's mislisted. So it's somewhat distracting. Let's see if I can pull it out here. Nope, I couldn't be so lucky. And so now I'm just having to pull out everything from my bag. Come on. Okay. So this is the color of it. Let's see. I'm not sure how it will show up on camera or if it will. Okay. So, and let me put it against white so that you can really see the contrast. I have a napkin here. That's really classy. Okay. So let's see. All right. So it's, I mean, it honestly looks more purple on camera, but when you look at in real life, it looks a lot more magenta than purple. That can work, but the purple hue we're using in Junkyard Juggernauts is more of a grape. So I'm thinking of, I'll say our host representative. Okay, cool. Hey, Drake. Yeah, it looks like a Jolly Rancher. Yeah, it totally does. Versus, here's like the... Let's see if I can do this better here. Here's the red one. Very much red. Here's the green one. Switch that out. Oh, yeah, it's green screen. You won't be able to see that. I'm like, why isn't it showing up? So weird. And then here's the blue one, and those are very much the right color. And I'm still going to include probably these cubes for the movement tracker, which has gotten an overhaul. Grape, yeah. So this purple dye here is the same as this purple. I can just tell because this cube on the site is the same tint and everything. So I know I'm not going to get the nice purple effect that well, now they're tricking me because down here this one looks very purple. So now I don't know. Why'd you gotta do that to me? Okay, actually I think it's gonna be confusing. Blue must be blueberry, I guess. Red is strawberry. Yeah, exactly, Drake. Yeah, you're getting this. It's exactly, has nothing to do with elements. It's or the four elements. It's all about fruit. Exactly. No. So here's what I'm thinking though, guys, for what I'll do with the dye. Just get 12 that are all the same. I was thinking of having one that was different for each, but I think that's going to be a little too, that could cause confusion. It's like, okay, so this one's special. Why is this one special? It's just so green looks like nothing, like nothing. And here, I mean, these hues are great, blue and green, but it's only, they don't have a red one, I don't think, of 8mm. But plus 8mm is a little dinky. All right, so here's what I've sort of decided. We could go with this one. Let me open it up in a new window, and we can just compare all these sort of side by side. So these are 12mm. They have a nice gold and black marbling, which I really like. Alternatively, I really like, I really love these ones, these orange blue ones, but they're $1 each. I don't think it's worth it. But I'll show it just as a comparison. And then these are the ones I'm gravitating to the most, but they're 16mm and these round brown pearl ones. So let me open those in a new tab. All right, so let's look at these sort of side by side, guys. You tell me. I'm not going to necessarily go with whatever you say, but I'm curious. I want to definitely get your opinion. What you, especially since I know, Kirk, you've played a version of the game. Wait, what happened? Oh, it's right there. Okay, and then this one. So we got these three options, guys. Let me move them over more so you can see better. Ooh. And then this one right there. Okay. Well, now one of them is really cut off. Jeez Louise. Okay, there we go. That's a bit better. All right, so these two, the gold black and the gold blue or red blue, forget what they call it, orange blue, are both 12 millimeter. And then the pearl brown, not that one. Okay, now I gotta just do all these. Oh my gosh. And there we go. The pearl brown is 16 millimeters. So the pearl brown would be, again, this size. The other two would be this size. So, 4 millimeters less and smaller just in general. Which do you guys like the most of these three options? Green apple, but it's invisible. Exactly. Oh, that's what you mean. That's what you meant. Duh, Francisco. I should have figured that. So we have this one, which I like, except it's bigger than the other dice. So it's gonna be a heavier box because 12 of them versus 12 of these. I mean, not by a significant amount, but there's gonna be that extra heft. Of course, with these guys, I had 21 of them or something, so it might actually end up being the same weight, but they're going to be bigger. These guys, which are the same size as the black ones I have, which I love the color, but they're $1 each, and I don't think I can justify that because that's $12 versus if I get the other ones, it's more in the 8 to 9 range. Do you have the price on here? Let's see. This one is 79 cents. This brown one. Let's see if I can stack them up something like this. That might... No, of course you would do that to me. Okay, and then this one is... Oh, whoops. No, I want to do it so I can see them. And then this one... I can't see. Of course not. All right. 69... 69, always with the Bill and Ted. All right, so 79, a buck, and 69. Orange blue is best. Yeah, I love the color. It sort of evokes the so I don't really have it represented so much or even talk about the rules, but there's two schools of magic in the land: gloom and growth. Growth is earth and fire. Gloom is water and wind. And I feel like this orange blue sort of represents those two schools best. I just don't know if it's worth the price. Hey, John, it's been a while. How are you doing? Drake says, is it supposed to look like a pineapple pizza? Which one? Which one are you talking about? The orange blue one or one of the other ones? I don't like any of them, to be honest. Okay, that's fair, Drake. That's totally fair. Bill said, the reason I'm going with the browns is because it's similar to the browns in like the Juggernauts. So if I go back to the rules here, here's an example. So we got these brown tones in the torsos and stuff. That's why I'm thinking brown goes sort of matches holistically. Glad you're doing good. Right now, I'm working on this rule book for the game I'm designing, Junkyard Juggernauts. And guys, I listed in the Discord, I put in the Discord, a link if you want to sign up for a play test in one of the upcoming Saturdays at this time, 7 a.m. So please use that so I can start planning for who's going to play test when. It looks like the one for next Saturday is filled, but I only have the other ones are pretty wide open. Yes, exactly, Bill and Ted. Drake says the gold pips look. Oh, the gold pips. Okay. So anyway, John, just so I'm doing this instruction manual for the game I'm designing. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what die I want to put here for a picture based on these possibilities. We have a brown one that's pearl. We have a rounded blue orange, and we have a rounded gold black. So But yeah, the gold pips, I get that. They look like a pineapple on the pizza. Yes, I could see that. I could totally see that. Going with the fruit theme. Yes. Okay, I see. Okay, for now, here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, and the thing is, I don't really love the gold pips. I think they work well with this, but I like the white pips on this. And I would go with another color, but then I feel like it's too. I mean, I could go with this one, black pearl, but I don't love the gold pips. But the thing is, it should either be black, white, or the brown. Because if it's any of the other sort of RGB colors or something, it's going to be too associated, I feel like, with one of the elements. It's like, oh, so does fire only get to use these dice because they're all red? So that's what I'm sort of concerned with. I could go, let's go one more time looking through all the dice. I'll open a new link because I just love me some tabs, apparently. We'll just look real quick through all these just to see if there's anything that's like, oh, you know what? I think that makes some more sense. Plus, I mean, you guys here might give me some ideas. It's happened before where it's like, Francisco, why do you think about this? I'm like, I never thought of that. I wish so badly that they had a, I mean, this is the perfect purple tone. But this black, purple, blue, black, purple, black, I wish they had a green, black, and a red, black. Then I could just get those and be happy. I could get 3 of that, each of one, and be fine. I prefer black and white myself, but that's me. Oh, okay. I mean, that's fair. I mean, that's sort of classic. But I want I was watching a video where someone was reviewing games they'd gotten on the Game Crafter. Hold on, guys. Let me mute this. There, I just thought the mic was a little bit too high in the frame. They got some games on Game Crafter, and they're just saying, "Oh, I love these dice. I like the color." I'm like, "Oh, really? Oh, okay." I didn't realize people were so into dice necessarily. So I thought having something that was a little more unique would add some nice sort of flair to the game, and just a little bit more of like a boutique feel, I guess. Because I think ultimately that is what this will end up feeling. Well, I mean, I don't think this is going to have a buy this at your local Walmart or Target feel. I don't think this is something you could pick up. That sure, that would mean I would get buku bucks if I got that sort of distribution. But it's so I've been thinking about sort of goals lately. Like if I could achieve things, and they're a bit too. I don't want to share all of them here because some of them are a bit personal, more personal than I'm willing to say here. If you want to ask me in private, I'm definitely willing to share more in private, but publicly not going to. But one of them is just that me and Ashley can have our own home, just like, probably a 3-bedroom home, and that we don't want anything extravagant or anything like that. But we're nowhere near that point we rent now. So that's a goal. That I'll say that as a goal. Anyway, why am I going to that? Anyway, regardless, let's get back on point. I'm getting way off topic here, with delusions of grandeur. Anyway, I would love if there was that. There isn't. Let's look at some of the other ones. This white black one's kind of nice. Again, I'm not a fan of the gold pips so much. Let's see. There's just this brown opaque with the white, but if I'm gonna go that, I'd rather go with the pearl. I like this blue and pearl and white pearled, but again, blue is, I feel like, too much like water, and so it's like, oh, just only water you get to use all these. I do like the tint of this brown. I really do like this brown pearl one. Let's see. Good luck with the American Dream. Thank you. Yeah, that is a very United Statesian dream for sure. Yeah, some of these just are like rough looking. I'm like, get better photos. Yeah, it looks like that's about it. So we went through them all. I think what I'll end up doing is going with, yeah, my gut's sort of just telling me to go with this one. So we're gonna copy this image, copy image, and we're gonna use that as our die, and we'll continue with the chill stream here at Francisco 411. The Francisco. Let's see, what would be 102.5 the Francisco with all your chill stream hits. Yeah, that's it, Francisco. Sure. Okay. Oh, good. And I don't have to cut anything out. That is so nice. Delete that. Minimize this. Let me see the, where's the margin? Okay. Right about there. All right. So I got these. Okay, we got those. We got those. Now let's go down here. What else do we got? Quest cards. Junkum. Oh, these need to be moved down. Oh. Wait, why is that like that? What did I do? Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, I increased the size there. So this needs to move up. Now we're good. Now those are aligned. Okay, so we got Golem cards. Over here, I think is going to be where I lay out the Warlord stuff. But for here, I'm trying to think of any other things that make sense to have over here. Probably some of the tokens, like the disable tokens and the attacker token, stuff like that. So we'll do that. So we'll replace this image with one of the, let's see, tokens. Because I think, so I'm referencing, I have these as like all the sort of main components. Don't need these. Go away. This isn't a previous version. Yes?
Can I have the switch?
Oh, yeah. But how are your, let me, so this is sort of like a overview, image overview of everything. I thought I would just show all the components here in one go, but I was like, oh, well, I think it makes more sense to break them down because I have some of the space for that. So I think that would probably be more helpful. So doing that instead. Okay, so I've accounted for the quest cards, like Junkyard cards, the Total cards, the power cards. I'm calling them power cards now. Oh, I was in the middle of asking you guys before I was interrupted. How are your weeks? Anything interesting or cool or disheartening that I can be praying over that happened during your weeks? Okay, so I still need the layer card. Here, let's do this. The ones I was gonna move over ones I've done. But then I realized, oh, this is all one image. I can't just move them around. Okay, so we have, let's see, how many tokens? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tokens to, we have these cubes also. Okay, the cubes are going to be really easy. So let me do the cubes. Paul J. Powers card. Yeah, geez, I didn't think about that. It is like powers. I was trying to think of, I was calling them limbs cards before, arm leg cards. I was trying to think of one word that could encapsulate the cards that have the numbers on them. And I talk about them having a power level. I thought, well, they have an amplified power and the potions are powerful. So I just sort of went with power card is just the nomenclature I'm going to go with. I think that sort of is a catch-all term for that type of card that makes the most sense. Cryan in a stream earlier suggested component cards. I liked that, but amplified doesn't really fit under that. Plus component's a long word, and I'm using that word to describe the card in some of the places where there isn't a lot of wiggle room for amount of text I can use. School is out on Wednesday. Summer is here. Nice, Rushmore. So that means you're going to be able to play some of these mornings, right? Yeah, summer is going to be here for us. It doesn't start until mid-June. That's when my kids get out for the summer. Okay. So, yeah, we have these. Let's do these cubes. And very similar to what we just did, we're going to take them from Game Crafter because that's where I have my cubes anyway. So we'll go Game Parts. And let's see, I want cubes. Tokens? Is it tokens? Maybe. Yes, this looks right. Okay. Tokens. So I'm going to use, I'm thinking I'm going to use these copper ones for the trackers instead of just black. So I'll have 2 of these. I'll probably just show them all here. Copy image. Monday through Friday. School is out Wednesday. Summer is here. Oh yeah, summer. Monday through Friday. Are you saying you have school? You don't have school Monday through Friday, but you still have school on Saturday? Is that sort of what you're saying, Kirk? Rushmore Kirk? The Rushmore Show Top 4 Ranking Podcast. Maybe I should just use that name. Ooh, copper. Well, here's the thing, Drake. I feel like this copper look is very similar to that pearl brown look, the one that I decided on. That's another reason I sort of like it, is that there's some unity there. But let me go over here, back to here. Start putting these cubes in. I'll just probably show them all. 2 of those, and then we're gonna do back to tokens. Ice cube, ice. Oh wait, what was the? Dang it! What was the size of these? 8mm? Oh, the ones I was using before are 10. Ooh, okay. Maybe they have a 10mm one. Hopefully. Let's do this. Let's filter by extra filters. We want 10mm. Oh, good. Most of them are made in the USA. Oh yeah, I don't want discontinued. Why would I want that? Let's do made in the USA, because I would really prefer that if I could. And then see, why don't they have any 10mm ones? None, really? Ugh. Okay, well, I'll show me the 12mm. It's just these. Oh, because these are the ones that are 3D printed here. That's what it is. Okay, then. Dang it. See, I'm trying to have as much as possible made in the USA, but sometimes it's just not feasible. Okay. So here we go. Okay, go away. Extra filters. All right. 10mm. So we have silver, gold, and black. We have white. Aha, yes. Okay, here we go. We do have copper. So I'm just going to use the same picture because it looks very similar. This is just sized up. And then for the other ones, so this pink one, I've been, like when I was at the GameCon, my friend who was helping me there, Ben, he started switching out the these black cubes for these ones on the wind track. So the player was using these black ones, that the wind player was using these black ones instead of these purple ones. I thought that made sense. I don't know. Do you guys have an opinion about that? I feel like that's not, I don't like that inherently, but we could also just go with, maybe I just go with block cubes. I like the sort of magical quality of these translucent cubes. But maybe it just makes more sense to have, if I can get the colors right, maybe it makes more sense, because this purple looks very much like the right purple. And then we have red, we have green. Do you have a blue? Show me blue. Yes, and here's a blue one. These are interesting. Future Cube. Let's see. Yeah, none of those really work. Yeah, Jolly Ranchers. You think that these look like Jolly Ranchers? Yeah, I guess in a way they do, for sure. The Rushmore Show Top 4 Ranking Podcast says, I now have my Mondays through Fridays open. Saturday is never open with traveling kids. Gotcha. Okay, but if I were to do a play test on like a weeknight or something, that would be available to you. Does that include holidays? Rushmore Show, like if I did a Memorial Day stream, would you be available then? Dun dun dun. Now the rubber hits the road. How available is Rushmore? That'd be fun if I could get you and Andy to both play. That'd be very, very cool. But okay, guys. Well, these are cheaper too, by 1 cent. Okay, they're not significantly cheaper. Translucency or just wood. I'm thinking the characters are magical. This Jolly Rancher quality, I think, that's the green one, evokes sort of the sort of magic. So I think, yeah, the woodenness, if these were like Ents, then that would make a lot more sense, the characters, but they're not. And there's nothing really woody about them. So I think I am going to go with the translucence, and we'll just have maybe we'll have the black. Is that going to be too confusing, having a black cube for the wind one? Let me look. I'm looking at them all four together with the Inviso one at the bottom. Yeah. And now I'm going to look at them all together with the other one. You know what? I think this just makes more sense to keep it. It's not perfect, but I think it's closer than the black one. So I'm just going to keep with this purple translucent cube. All right. So and these are the 10 millimeter. So we're going to copy green, copy image, go back to this, paste, and let's see, what size am I using for this? This is, let's unify these. Let's make them just 0.4. Let's do this. 0.4. 0.4. 0.4. Yeah, it's weird that there are different angles. Of course, they'd have to shoot them at different angles. Why can't we just have it be the same? Okay. And then we want copy that image. And the reason I don't have any qualms about just using their images is because this is who I'm having the game printed through. So actually I think, yeah, if we have it more on top, I think that would sort of evoke it a bit better. Yeah, that feels more like, I guess, right. Okay, let's have these be a little bit smaller though. So 0.3, nope, 0.35. I'm trying to give some sort of like, okay, these are behind, so that's why the sort of the camera depth of field looks the way it does. I'm trying to give some rationale to that. I'm probably way overthinking it, but this is what I was listening to someone talking about them making a game and how they sort of approached it as oh my gosh, you really have to be on a weird angle over here. Oh my gosh. Copy image. They approached it as sort of a almost like an artisanal, like a craftsman would. And I don't know if I have that sort of dedication to instruction manual. I'd much rather invest that type of time in making the game better. But that stuck with me. I'm like, oh yeah, there is an element of, you know what, this is something that people are going to use, and you should give thought and care to it. So that's what I'm ultimately doing here. Copy that image. Overthink. Never. Yeah, I never overthink. What? Francisco? Ashley in the background said Overthinkers Anonymous. No. Okay, maybe.
I only say that because I'm a member too.
You're on that too?
I'm a member too.
You're a member too. Ashley is a member also. I'm in good company. 0.375. Yeah, that doesn't make much sense. I mean, that would be great if that fit, but that doesn't really so much. Yeah, we'll just have it be close. Right there. All right. So we'll have these cubes. They go to right there. I don't mind. So this sort of is this area outside the margin is, so right here, this black line is where it's going to be cut. If it ends up going, and this is sort of the inside, this sort of box here is the safe area. That's where you want pretty much all your text, or where I'm trying to have all my text. Down here, I actually do have more safe area on the top and bottom than on the sides, but I'm not worrying. I'm trying to keep most of my text inside here. The footer can be down a little lower. But over here, it's like, okay, well, that might get cut. And same with this card, it'll probably get cut right there, or these ones, but that's fine. Those are just examples. And if they end up cutting it, it's not the end of the world. So with this, I think this is fine. Had to have the cubes like this. And now we're going to have down here. Let's see. It's movement. I'll just say tracker cubes. Tracker cubes. We're going to make that, not all of that, just this. Heading. Not a heading 1. Wait, why is heading 1 doing that? No style. Okay, that makes, okay, I had a style on it that was making it weird. I want heading 2 for these. Okay. And then there are going to be 6 of these, right? Because I changed, there's no longer this level up mechanic. I don't have cubes on the cards anymore, so I have 1 less cube per player. So now it's just essentially 4 cubes. 4, enough. 6, 6 count. And we're going to style this to be a side headline, or a side head, as I like to say. Okay. Okay. These cubes are used. I'm trying to be more directive and instructional. Use these as opposed to these are used for. Use these. And now that I say that, I'm like, did I write it this way? In order to find the warlord's lair, you will have to defeat these junk golems. Yeah. See, maybe I need to make that more like direct. Defeat these junk golems to find the warlord's lair. Yeah, let's do it that way. Capital defeat these junk golems. Warlord's lair. Defeat these junk golems to find to start finding, because you don't necessarily do that because you have to search this A. Defeat these junk golems on the no thank you. Just a second. You want active voice? I'm guessing yes, exactly. I want it to feel like I'm, like if I were there teaching you the game, you need to do this. After this, you gotta do this. That's the type of first person, active voice, I guess I'm trying to evoke. I'm not great at it. I am not a writer by any means. Okay. Oh, I'm way behind. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just seeing this now. Drake said, "Monkey finds snakes on this Monday through Friday plane." I love that. Drake says, "You should probably think about whether you are an overthinker." Yeah, I should get on that. The Rushmore Show Top 4 Ranking Podcast says, "My kids and wife are overthinkers. I am not at all, lol." All right, Drake. And then Drake says, "I'll have to think about it." You want active voice? Yeah, okay. And now I'm caught up, and now I have to get the music going again because it stopped. Move this back over here. Yeah, still listening. By the way, guys, is the music too loud is the music too loud at all compared to my voice? It shouldn't be. Unfortunately, they're both coming in on the same track, so it's hard for me to turn one down without the other. Actually, I can do it. I can do it just on my board. It's just going to be on my mixer instead of in OBS. Ooh, silver. Yeah. If I was using silver more in the game, I think I would totally be drawn to using the silver cube, but it's not something that I think makes sense. All right. So minimize this. Okay, defeat these Juggernauts to find, potentially find the Warlord's lair. Okay, not to mention that there are more. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Use these cubes to track your how do I say it? Your movement amount, your movement. I'll just say to track movement, and because I'm going to explain it more in the setup. Use these cubes to track movement and potion movement. Dispel, overpower contests, and Warlord and the Warlord multiplier. The Warlord strength multipliers. We'll say strength multiplier. Okay, got those. We're gonna adjust where they're at. Can I group these together? You know, I could put them in their own group. I thought, yeah, group cubes. Cubes. I should do that with all these. Oh, I didn't add a. Okay, let's add the shadow to that. Okay, these are going to be Juggernauts. Let's save it while I'm at it. These are going to be, where are we here? Where are these at? Where are these bronze race hutch? Oh yeah, that's the labels. So this actually can be up there, and then power cards. What? I'm not sure what I'm turning off and on here. Why am I? What is that even for? Oh, it's this one. Okay, it's this one. It's just a continuation of of the text. That's why it says that. So all this text is sort of linked. So if I move something up here, it will flow through the whole, all these boxes that are linked together. Music is fine, says Drake. Yeah, I just like this. Oh, okay, gotcha. Silver, you say? Okay, and I'm just going to do these. Group them together. G. Quest cards. All right. Now that those are all grouped, I'll put that up at the top here. Bronze Owl goes into Quest. Raise Hutch goes into there. I don't think I need a little explainer as to what these are. I think it's kind of obvious because I'm just showing them all. And now I'm going to sneeze. All right. Move these. So you guys are off. It sounds like you guys are off for the summer. Do you have any vacation plans or anything? Oh, thank you.
No.
What's that from? Okay. Yes, but I'm curious if you guys are going to be going on vacations or anything. For us, I don't think we have anything planned. It's a little tricky, given sort of the parenting time for us to schedule a vacation. So me and Ashley, though, are looking forward to doing our anniversary trip, which will take a couple days. We may just do a staycation, just stay here. We may go to a hotel. It doesn't look like we'll have the funds to. We like going out to like a cabin in the woods type thing, but it doesn't seem like we'll be able to afford that this time. But we just enjoy doing stuff like that. And then I'm going to be doing a birthday stream this year. On my birthday's on a Tuesday, I want to say. And it's actually going to be the same day, I think, that we record a podcast. So I'm going to do a play games or play Junkyard, Juggernauts or something, and then do the podcast as like the cap of the stream. So that'll be interesting. Let's see. Okay, so tracker cubes we got. What's the next thing we can do? We could do how about we do also we got done the tracker cubes. We've done the dice. We could do the closed gates. Yeah, we could do the closed gates. I think that sort of makes sense. Yeah, gates and potions. Closed gates and potions. Closed gates / potion tokens. And there's going to be 4, I think, of those. 4 count. All right. Make this. Yeah, side heading. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, so actually this one, no style. And make it a heading 2. Can we, okay, if we do this, I think that's fine. I was hoping to avoid going to the next line for that, but I think that's just, I could just call it gate because I don't have an open gate now. I could just say gate / potion tokens. Yeah, there we go. I used to have closed gates and open gates on the same type, but there isn't really a reason to have that. Now it's just gate and potion tokens. And we're gonna make a new image here. Where are you? I want this for a frame. Probably about right there. And I think these are 1/4 inch, so I could probably just do like life size. Maybe that'd be a little too weird. Yeah, because I'm not gonna really use all the space, so let's just do a 1/2 inch. File, place image, and then we're gonna go with the tokens, and I'm just using my Tabletopia items. I guess that's what we're gonna call them. For these, not reference. These are in stats. No, where did I put these? Oh, I'm in cards. No wonder I'm not finding them. Counters. Okay, so these are these gates. Oh, I should have one and then show what the back of it is. So let's duplicate it, put behind, and now we're gonna place this with one of the potions. All right, and let's add the, I have this nice sort of drop shadow I've been giving to these. So let's do that on those. I'm not gonna do it on the, I guess I could do it on the cubes. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, you know, let's do that just to sort of offset them. And that's consistent with everything else I have. So let's also add it to this die. So I go back up here, and we can just go ahead and put all these in a group. G, and this is torsos. These are power cards. Oh, and these are the little labels within the power cards. So let's include that in with those so that they all sort of move together. And then we're going to take this, copy it onto the die. So it has that little bit of drop shadow. All right. And now we're on back to this page. Gate potion tokens. Placed. Place. These are all placed on the capital. I can never remember if capital is AL or OL. I think it's OL. Capital city we'll see.
I was like, capital, isn't it related to money and capital?
Well, yeah, but
Not always.
I don't know if the capital of like a city is different. I don't know.
I was going to say, capital isn't money.
Let's see, if I change it to A, does it give me a spelling mistake?
Probably won't.
No, so okay, all right, let's figure this out. So we're spelling it right. All right, so capital versus capital. Okay. All right. When one is presented a pair of words, similar. Okay, so just tell me. Capitol with an O comes from the Latin Capitolium, a Jupiter of Rome. Okay, so it looks like, okay, capital is like, it's not Brandon very much. I mean, okay, so a group of, it's essentially the capital of, okay, Capitol with an O is like a city. Capital, or a capital with an A, is influence, money. So, okay,
It's kind of what I was saying.
we could speak of a group that has invaded a nation's capital, or that has plundered the nation's capital possessions. To use the capital, on the other hand, is really only going to come out if the story contains a mention of a certain type of building. Oh, okay. Okay, so the Capitol is actually a building. Otherwise, the Capitol can be used for both nation's capital possessions as well as the nation's capital.
It's annoying that you could use both.
Yeah. Well, the ol is supposed to be just the building itself, a building. But yeah, that is a little annoying. I guess, okay, so given that, let's double check. Actually, let's see. What do I use on my Mageneer cards? Because I'd rather not have to change those now. Capitol. Well, maybe you go to a certain building in the city. We'll say the capital of Seneschal, and then it will work in both ways. It could be the building within Seneschal you have to visit, or the yeah, I don't know. Probably not worried that much about it. And then I know Seneschal is always. Am I spelling Seneschal right? I think so. It's French for servant. That's how I'm using it, but I'm just gonna double check that. An official in a medieval noble household in charge of domestic arrangement. Yeah, okay. Sene, S-H, and I'm doing it right. S-E-N-E, S-C-H-A-L. Okay, cool. Good. I was wanting a word for the capital that was like almost like stewardship, much like how like, because I always think of these sort of theological tie-ins, and I like the idea of the capital city of the land is really just a representation. The capital city of the kingdom is a representation of God's kingdom, and Jesus came to serve. So the capital city is named after servant, is like named for servanthood, servant something. Anyway, so that's why I went with Seneschal, because it's not like servant city. It has a different flair to it. Excuse me. And you have to look up what does Seneschal mean. These are all placed on the capital of Seneschal. And removed as junk golems are defeated or quests are completed heroically. heroically. All right. So I have those. Excuse me. Let's see what else. Okay, got those. I guess we just continue on. I don't know if I have the space for another. Oh yeah, I was gonna try having all the warlord stuff over here. I think I can do that. Because what we have left. We have the attacker token. There isn't space for that. We have but that I can include with the Mageneer ones. We have the warlord, we have the lair, and then we have and then the little oh, you know, those little, I should actually include underneath these guys, I should have, instead of the gate potion tracks, I should have you know, I'm gonna not have the tracker cubes here. I'm gonna save them for elsewhere, I guess, because I want to use underneath these the tokens for the Juggernauts. I feel like putting those together makes a lot of sense. Excuse me. All right, so where am I? I guess I could just move these over here. Where's the? Oh yeah, this I want to be. How long is this? This is 2.917 wide. Let's do 2.917. 2.917 wide. Not that way. I had it so that it would expand both the width and height proportionally, but I didn't want that. So I'm gonna change this back to 971. 971. There we go. Now it's just the width. And then this group, don't want quite that close. I'm just gonna move this one over here. Oh yeah, because it's linked. I'm like, why is it way over there? So strange. So strange. Of course, Ashley had to introduce me to Teen Girl Squad, so now that will come into my mind every so often. It's not a bad thing. It's actually pretty fun. I had totally missed the boat on that. I think that's a Homestar Runner related. But totally missed the boat on that. I would only listen to Strong Bad emails, which I feel like I do a pretty good Strong Bad email impersonation. Checking the email. Oh, don't golem card. If you want to defeat these Juggernauts to find potentially, find the warlords there. Something like that. It's not perfect by any. I'm out of practice. Yeah, that's the problem. Otherwise, I'd be totally on the spot with that. Okay. Also, I don't want these to be. I want these to have no style. No style. Okay. And this is going to be no style. All right. And this is going to be not gate. These are going to be Golem. Dang it. Yeah, it's fine. It can just be a subhead, or it can just be below it. Not the end of the world by any means. All right, now this one's going to be these. Now, do I want to say these are all placed, or place these on? Yeah, let's be more direct. Place these all on the capital of Seneschal and remove as and remove as Juggernauts are defeated or quests are completed heroically. Okay. Place these on each city on each city map marker. Just say map marker. And remove / use as use for potions, capitalize potions, because that's sort of a key term. Used for potions when, excuse me, when junk golem is defeated. All right, now I'm just gonna copy these and put them right there and just replace this one. Replace with this guy. Boom. Done. All right. So now I got those two, and that comes right after that. The gates ones are only on the capital cities, so there isn't a great sort of logical place in all these tokens, but having these two tokens together makes sense because these are the ones that go out on the board. So there is this sort of logical progression there. Okay, so we could keep tracker cubes here, but I think I'm going to actually just take them to the next page. So what we'll do is duplicate this page. And now you are going to link up to here instead. What did I just do? You go there, you go there, you go up to there, you go there. Why are you doing amplify effects again? I feel like it went into like a continuous loop. Where are you going? Why is it taken from up here again? Does it just repeat if it's like runs out of things to do here? That's weird. Delete all that. That's weird. Oh, it probably has something to do because I duplicated them. That's why it sort of duplicated the whole menagerie. That's funny though. All right. But now, given all of that, I think I want to move these cubes over here, align them with that. Man, my allergies are kicking in, guys. It is not fun. Though I think, like at Dallas and Celeste from Geek Devotions and Kirk, you probably, and Drake, I don't know how the allergies usually are up in Illinois, but yeah, sometimes they're pretty bad here. And I was very fortunate. I was going to say for Dallas and Celeste and probably for Kirk too, they can get bad. I was very fortunate. It seemed to wait a bit. Sometimes the allergies will start as early as like late March, but they haven't really started for me anyway until just about in the last, just this week. So I've been very blessed this year to not have to worry about it so much. And then we're going to get rid of these also on this page. Okay. So we just have these cubes, and now the tracker cubes are, I'm going to make those go all the way down to that next page. And I will have to adjust again, but all right. So now let's put the warlord here and see how this goes. It's going to be a little weird because I want to have all the, well, I may be able to fit all the Mageneers on just 2 pages and even have room for the tracker cubes. We'll see. I don't know. Also, I would have room for the tracker cubes up and on this page if I reduce the amount of space in between each of these. That would give me space even up here with the dice. I think that might actually be a better place for tracker cubes. Oh, geez. Okay, so let me think about this before I continue. Let me turn on preview mode. Because if I do this, if I Remove the extra space. What? What just happened? Oh, what? What are you doing? Don't do that. Get some help. Okay. So that reduces that. Whoa, no. What happened here? I think we have two different... Oh, no. That's still in the same area. Oh, yeah. This is just moved over because of where I had the... Okay. So that's like that. That moves D6 up. Amplify. I guess I can move Amplify all the way up to be linked with components. I was trying to keep them all in the same... just below so that it looks like, okay, these are all now the components. And as we go to the next page, it's fine if everything's at the top because we're still in sort of the component section. But let's see if I do this and then this and then this, I definitely have room. Oh, but then here's, well, no, I was going to say, but then I run into this issue of they're all crammed together. But this, I'm going to put up to about there. And then I have room. You know what? I probably need to just consolidate as much as possible. I think you're able to see. Oh wait, no. I think you're able to see the different elements just fine. Even if there's just a little bit of space, because we have these sort of images as pseudo bullets, we have big, nice headings. So I think we're going to go with less space because I do need to consolidate because I only have 40 pages to work with. I was trying to make this on a much smaller version. Something like that was, if you were to, here's a good example. So let's, sure, we'll use that. Come on. Come here, you. Paper. So I was trying to make it on something that was... So if you take a 8.5 by 11 and fold it 4 times, fold it 2 times, you get about this size. And it just was not going to fit on something that small. I put all my rooms in. Hey, Baba. I put all my rules in, and I was not even about halfway through, and I was out of space. Like my page number was over. So I'm like, okay, so what options do I have? There was one size up from the one I was using. So I'm now doing it. Essentially, if you take an 8.5 by 11 and fold it over once, that's the size we're working with. So that's what we see over here are going to be. And here, I'll show you guys an example of what these sort of look like. So if we go to, let's see, make games, make our Juggernauts, add custom component. All right, now if we do books, they have lots of different book sizes that we could go with. Just realized, why is it? Oh crap, is that why? I just realized something, guys, that I think is the issue I'm having. There we go. Now it's not cutting off stuff on the side. It was cutting off stuff on the side before, and I wasn't really sure why, but I figured out what it was. Yeah, now, oh, whoa. Everything went away. Why'd you do that? Anyway, so I was going for something like this size, and it shows a meeple as comparison. Let's see, I don't want to hear from you. I just want to see, do you have an example of, okay, so these are we'll just look at this real quick. So these are different sizes that GameCrafter has. I wasn't doing this mini book. I wasn't doing this one because that's impossibly small for what I'm trying to do. That's to fit inside like a poker deck. Yes, okay. So are you going to show the other ones at all? Okay. And then, it goes all the way up to this big, essentially, I think this is oversized. This may even be bigger than 8. 8.5 by 11. Actually, no, I think that's about 8.5 by 11. But okay, so I was hoping he'd look at each one individually, but he's not. That's fine. So this one is, if we go back to the start of this video, this donut one is about the size of this this blackish one, the second smallest one. And so it wasn't working. So what I decided to go with was not the medium booklet, but the large booklet. So 5 by 8. So this is what I'm designing to. Something like this. I don't know if you haven't. I don't have a great sense of how big a meeple is. I haven't played enough games with meeples, I suppose, to know. Okay, so if the meeple's this big, this is how big I can expect this to be. But regardless, that's about the size I'm designing to. All right, let's minimize this. Get my Affinity Publisher back up. How are you doing, Bobo? Are you getting ready for work? I'm praying over the thing you put in the prayer request. Thank you for putting that there. Drake says, pollen is bad today. Has been very bad this season, but I don't think I have those kinds of allergies, but have been having headaches, so maybe. I have to go to my appointment. Okay, jeez, and I missed that. Lord God, please, Lord, even though Drake, I probably already left. I pray his appointment goes well. Whatever's going on, Lord God, you're able to see him through. May everything be totally normal. I don't know what kind of appointment it is, but if it's health related, I pray everything's normal. Please protect him, provide for him, and I look forward to the next time we can hang out and stream together. Amen. Hopefully it goes okay, Drake, even though you're probably not hearing this, but hopefully you know in your heart that, you're still here. I have a meeple. Okay, so you probably have a better sense of like, if the meeple is this size, this is how big these are going to be. I debated for like a split second using meeples in the game for something, but it just wasn't quite working. So the whole reason I went through all that diatribe is to let you guys know. It's one of the things I considered like trying to do a smaller manual. I thought that'd be nice, but it's just gonna be too small. All right, so do we have room now down here for the tracker cubes? I think we do. I don't know. Let's look. Copy that. We're gonna do boom, boom. I need to. So I have a different sort of spacing that I need to mimic here. So let's do that. Oh, but I have these are way more. Well, you know what? What can I do? What can I do? D6 makes sense to go with the amplify effects because you roll the D6 for amplifies a lot of the time. Tracker cubes aren't really linked with anything necessarily. Just leaving that. Okay, I'm glad I was able to pray over you, Drake, and you're able to hear it. But yeah, I hope the appointment goes well. Bob says, haven't noticed any changes yet, but we'll see in the next couple weeks probably. Okay. Yeah. We'll continue praying then, Bobo. I was asking before, people have any allergies. I'm starting to experience them. Any vacation plans for the summer? Just stuff like that. I don't really want to move this up anymore because I like that this components is sort of like a heading for the next several pages. Tracker cubes, yeah, dice. If I'm gonna put anything there, it should be one of these things, but it doesn't make sense to put the Junkyard or gates here. Oh, I could maybe put the attacker one there, but that's more linked with the Magineers. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just, do I have the room down here for the tracker cubes thing? Let's see. If I do, great. If not, kills them fine. If not, the sword. Wait, what is that? What is that from? Oh, that's a Princess Bride. If he falls, fine. If not, the sword. I'll have to do him left-handed. You know what a hurry we're in? If I do him right-handed, I can't be satisfied. Have it your way. I'm totally getting the line wrong, but you guys know. You guys know what I'm throwing down there. Okay, let's put this inside. Let's see, I think I had 1, 2. Let's put it inside this so it moves with everything when I'm moving the Junkyards around. Ours is not too bad yet. Oh, good. I am glad. Continue with the music. Yeah, for me they're not great. I mean, they were fine until just the tail end of this week. I started feeling them more, especially this morning. My eyes were sort of itchy and dry, and I can tell I have more runniness in my nose and my it's not cold. It doesn't feel like that at all. Because I don't really have post-nasal drip. It's just excess mucus. All right. Move these up to about there, and I'm just eyeballing these. I feel like it doesn't need uber precision. All right, now the tracker cubes can come up here. Awesome, and they all fit. Oh, that's so great. Okay, good. Awesome. So I got all of this on one side. That's fantastic. You know, I'm going to add a little bit of separation on this one just because I can. I can, so I'm going to. It's also a little different than the amplify effects. Because the amplify effects are themselves not a component. They're just part of the power cards. But I wanted to break down of what all the amplify effects were, and I felt like here was the place that made the most sense. And then to add some separation there's that. Put that back up. All right, now over here we can start the whole warlord area. And now for these, I started this for when I was doing the smaller version. So this is about how small the other manual was. I'm off to work. Have a good day. Lord God, thank you so much for Bobo being here this morning for a little bit. I pray his workday goes well. Please see him through everything that's ahead of him. Yeah, carry him through today. May it be good. May there be no crazy changes given the change at his work. At least in that affect him. Unless they allow him to do his job more well and or make the overall work environment better. Lord, we pray you see him through it. Thank you for him being a part of this community, and look forward to the next time we can hang out and stream together. Amen. Have a good one, Bobo. But I'm glad your allergies are not too bad yet. No, but you do have allergies, but no vacation plans. Got it. Okay. All right. So I think before I lay out the, let me move this up actually, because it's probably gonna be Warlord and then the Majoneer. So let's move this up to be after that page. Oh wait, what did I do? Oh yeah, no, that's right. And I have the space for the Warlord. I'm just looking at the pages panel I have over here that I sort of obscure with my big face. Okay, I think I want to figure out what exactly I want to do for how these guys are going to be laid out before I commit to what the Warlord looks like. The Warlord will be a little different, and I'm still not sure exactly how I'm going to change the Warlord's card. I may just, because I know it's still, I have updated all these cards, and I'll show you. I think I have it in here. Let me put these cubes and stuff away real quick. Move this dice. Move all these things. Did I put the cards? Wait, I printed out new cards and neglected to put them in with... Where did I put them? Oh, right. I was making them so that they would sort of stick together better. So I put them between some books.
See, I flipped whenever it went like
Come on. Come on. Get out of there.
You did.
Alright. Alright, so let's go with Saffron, because I feel like she shows up on the screen best. We'll get out the previous card of hers. Okay, come on. Alright. So, I'm gonna do the whole showcase of like the change. So let's get this out here. Come on. Okay. Almost got it. There we go. You guys can go back in there. All right. So this was the original, and I'm sorry, everything's backwards. This is the original Saffron card. So we had this lava flow effect, which is now gone. This focus fire effect, which is a team up special. Her level up ability, which is like a death ray. And then down here was just all this like, okay, what sort of reminders of what combat is, what potions are, damage, all that. So this is now something that I changed to be more like this. So still the same size, standard poker card size, but now you have actions and reactions. So you pick one as the attacker, one as the defender. And then down here are build specials. So you can, if you build your Juggernaut, for instance, for Saffron, to have both arms are fire and the one you can't see, one leg as earth, you can unlock this baptizing fire extra action. Alternatively, if you have one leg that's fire, one leg that's wind, and an arm that's fire, you unlock this reaction of backdraft. You won't be able to build. You won't be able to have both. So you have to sort of decide either in your initial build or as you gain more limbs through fighting junk golems or whatnot and trade them off. That determines, okay, do I get backdrafts? So like these ones link into this, and these ones link into this. Where is I going with that? So, so I was very fortunate to go up to Seattle and play live with Cryan, who's sometimes on the Rumble chat, Ken, and Dustin Warford, who's someone who's been on the podcast. Ken from Kennethan on Twitch. Got to play with them. The problem was they're looking at these cards and it's like, okay, that is really tiny text. And yes, this is like 6 point, like down here, there's 6 point font. Some of this is 7 point font. So that was a bit too much. So I decided to go with larger size cards. And now this is so we went from there to there. And now we made them jumbo size. So the Mageneer cards are going to be this size instead of before. Now they're the text is a lot bigger. It's like 8 point now for the most part all around. There are some small ones. And there's also this is the same on this one. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. So here's all of them. Upsize. Saffron is actually the same size on both, but all the text is allowed to be bigger and have a bit more space. And then this is just the novice side. So that's what that looks like. So anyway, I don't want, the Warlord can't be this size. Otherwise you'll know who the Warlord is because it's the only one that's sized way different than all the others. So the Warlord card still has to be the same size as the other ones. But as these original cards, but I'm trying to figure out, okay, but I think I need to make it a little different to have the actions, reactions. So trying to figure that out. Oh, Drake, are you back? I'll go with larger size hands to accommodate. So you're going to get bigger hands? I'll just get bigger hands for these massive cards. Oh my gosh. Oh, maybe you're like, That's like, I thought you were leaving for your appointment, but you may be like listening in the car or something and at a stoplight. Let me type this in real quick. I will do that at times. I am guilty of that. All right. Anyway, so the Warlord card's going to change, but for now, let's try to get these instructions up because I really would like to have all these done by the playtest next week so I could give them to everyone and say, hey, here are all the rules to review. I don't know how feasible that is because this is my last day really to work on this because I'm trying to be more, not last day, but I'm trying to be more
Focus on specific days.
Focus wasn't the word I was going for. More deliberate in that one Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I work on Junkyard Juggernauts. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I work on Retro Realm Podcast. So that way, neither steals from the other. What?
Sunday you Sabbath.
And Sunday I Sabbath, yes. I was trying to lurk. Okay, yeah. I figured as much to Drake. Trying. See, I have this. I take that as a compliment that you want to engage with talking, even when you're trying to lurk. I've been known to lurk poorly. Like I'll say I'll lurk and then I'm talking still. So I totally get that. All right. So what we're doing. Oh yeah, we're gonna try to get this all squared away. I need to see where the margins are. So I like this idea of having a larger version of the character. Then maybe we have 1, 2, 3. Have it be about that size. So it goes all the way over. Also, this is a new thing for some of you. There's this now a base attack, and this is represented in the hopefully I got that right. Yeah. If you might be hard to see. I'm not showing it right. In each of these sections, speed and HP and attack strength, there's an extra number now that you add in to those values, and those are the character's base stats. So Hobart has his base attack strength is 1, his hit points base strength is 2, and his speed is 2. Now, you may be like, well, why are you just having... I look poorly too, yeah. I was going to leave to take a shower, but my coffee is still hot. Oh, gotcha. So you may be like, why are you adding more numbers now, Francisco? Or like, what's the point of that? And it's just like a couple more numbers. How much is that going to help? Well, I think I'm going to retire the whole cling to life element, and that's just going to be something that's the warlords. And what's going to happen now is if you drop down to your base health or lower, I think the easiest way to think of it is if you drop down to 0, that is a destruction of your Juggernaut, but it's not a death of your Mageneer unless they're attacked right subsequently. Like I know the Warlord has 2 actions, so if the Warlord chooses to just totally direct both actions at one player, your Mageneer can be deaded, have a death. But well, then maybe I still would want that cling to life element. Yeah. Regardless, I'll think about that more, the whole cling to life thing. But what I was going to say is if you drop down to, let's say, so Hobart's base HP is 2. So if you drop down to 0, your wow, with the can't think. Your HP, your Hobart still has 2 HP left, so he's exposed essentially, and he can be killed, because we like math, exactly. But he's not dead. It also gives the opportunity, and I want to incorporate this this idea came to me as like a fun little extra strategic element of exertion. So I thought of a way to do exertion, cling peaches. Wow. I thought of a way to do exertion on the map. Like you can exert yourself to move completely move to anywhere that is open for you to move. Like you can't move through closed gates, but otherwise you can move to anywhere that you're free to move to on the map by exerting yourself. And I have rules for that. But I thought of a similar thing for combat. Oh, darn it. I need to glue this again. Combat, where you can exert yourself, and it's based on how much your base HP is. So every time you can exert yourself essentially once per action and once per reaction. Essentially, if you want to give yourself bump up your attack strength by an extra, let's say you would for exerting yourself in an action, you would take whatever your base health is. So for Hobart, it'd be 2, and you can add 2 to your attack strength, but then you take a hit of 2 HP. So you reduce your HP by 2, and then you exert and add that 2 extra into your base attack strength, or into your attack strength. So especially if you're doubling, that could be like a 4 extra you do, 4 extra hits you do, which may make the difference. Sometimes just that 1 or 2 hit HP damage increase can make the difference between destroying like a junk golem or whatnot. Alternatively, you can also exert yourself in speed. Maybe you could do a speed shield if you had like 1 more speed, and so you could deduct HP by Hobart could do it by 2 and increase his speed by 2, and then during a reaction, and then that would allow him to speed shield or something else. Or even for Hobart, it'd be better because his reaction is fan the flames, which allows him to damage the attacker's HP with your speed. So you could do an extra bit of damage against them by increasing your speed by exerting yourself. So that's what the base HP is. The Malcolm actually has the most with 3 base HP. Everyone else either has 1 or 2. So that's what the base stats are for. They add into your other stats at the start, and then you can also use base HP in that certain way. I'm also thinking sort of toward the future, possible expansions or quests where you just have your Mageneer, and your sort of your troop of people that are helping you, which I'm thinking of representing as potions. So however many potions you have is potions people. They both start with P. See what I did there? That represents how many people in your troop you have, and the more you have, the more you can do like a dungeon quest or go into the thick forest where your Juggernaut probably couldn't move through that. Anyway, so having base stats allows me to have that, to be able to play with that later. But so that's what the base stats are going to be. Each character has them. They're represented on the card, mainly used for those exertions, and also as for when you're dying. Your base. You essentially, if your Juggernaut's destroyed, you can then retreat or pledge fealty. And then if you're attacked right after that, you're essentially going to die. And that I think is where you do it, probably a team cling to life. And I could see using your base HP to add on to whatever your score is. So if your base HP is 1, you're only going to get 1 extra, but that would still go up against, well, no, I think that makes sense. Because your base HP is like an example of your vitality. So if you have a higher vitality, it makes sense to add that to wherever your high card is. I wonder if I wanted to do cling to life for every single person then. But then the warlord doesn't get very much of it. And also, if you cling to life, I think I'm thinking through this now. I'm still like thinking through the rules. So let's say your Juggernaut's destroyed. It's obliterated. You're still alive. And the warlord still attacks you again. So you cling to life. That only really allows you to go back to the to retreat, go back to the junkyard, and remake a Juggernaut and go back, is that really worth it? Because I think as the Warlord player, I'd want to be like, okay, I killed you. I want you to be dead. I guess you could cling to life and still like come back as I deal with these other guys. I'm trying to weigh like what would like be the realism of this type of battle versus what makes the most sense fun wise for both the Warlord and the Mageneers. Because if I would hate for a Warlord to just be uber powerful and knocks you out and then you're done and that's it. Okay, now it goes on for another 30 minutes and you're just sitting there doing nothing. What could be something that you do? Maybe you just exist as having base magic, and then maybe because you're a smaller target, maybe it's harder to kill you and something, so your base speed flips, and now it's I don't know. Because you can't really speed shield because you don't have any limbs. So you would need to dispel actions with potions. You would need to... how else do you mitigate damage? It's speed shield and it's dispel. There's no other real way to do that. So if you got hit again, seems like you would just, I don't know, die. I guess you could always have like a little... Maybe roll a die? Maybe it's a die roll. Like you, maybe it's you, maybe every time it's your turn, you have to roll a die for like, almost like a morale thing. And that could be your attack strength, could be the modifier for me. I'm getting too confused. I think I almost feel like I'm going too far and making it way too tactical, and it's okay if it's more simple. I think I'm overthinking it. I like the whole idea of attack exertion and stuff. I think I need to be. Here's the feeling I don't want people to have, and this happened to Tony Talavera. When he played, which was several versions ago. He died early on in the game. I think he died against one of the Junkyards, and he's just like doing nothing for like an hour, just hanging out. He's really good sport about it, but I don't want that to happen to anyone. I feel like that's... I guess that's going to happen in games sometimes, especially if you have these 8-hour whatevers that go on and on and on, Twilight Imperiums or whatnot. Then that may be the case that someone invests a lot of time and then they're out for a long time. And I think sometimes that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be to that extreme, given sort of the safety rails I've put in place now with team ups and how reactions and actions work and all that. I think it's a little easier to get through. Yeah, the reason I'm going through all this sort of mental math though is because I'm like, well, I want someone to have optimum opportunity. But Francisco, let's say I guess I want people to still be in the game, even if their Juggernaut's gone. So that's okay. That's what I'm getting. I have to think about, okay, so what does that look like? I think that looks like, okay, well, if base attack of Saffron is 3. So maybe the worst they can do is maybe they have to, okay. So maybe you're alive and maybe you have to roll for either staying in the fight or like maybe a certain roll. If you roll, let's say a 1, your morale is tanked. So you can either choose to join the warlord or you die. You sort of like you pass out, let's say. Otherwise, you're still in the fight and you can still fight. I kind of like that idea. Excuse me. Okay. So you're rolling a die. Every time it's your turn again, you roll a die for whether or not you can always choose to pledge fealty to the warlord. Okay, let's see I roll a die. I got a 2, so I'm still in it. I can still fight. I attack for my 3 damage. Okay, now it's my turn again. I rolled a 6. Maybe that's like a critical hit, so I can double my damage. So I hit for 6 that time. And now I roll a 5. Okay, so I'm still in it. So the chance of me, I'm seeing if I'll ever get a 1 here. Okay, I rolled a 1. So now I've lost all morale to keep fighting. And I wonder if there's a way for the maybe that's a reaction that the warlord has, is temptation. Like they have actions and they have maybe a reaction of temptation. That's like a special thing they can do. Maybe they can't. Maybe they don't speed shield. Maybe that's something the warlord can't do. Instead, they have temptation, which is if attacked by a player with 10 or less HP, roll a die. Each rolls a die. If warlord succeeds, then the player, I mean, that could swing really bad though. Because, I mean, if I roll 2 die, I'm the warlord and you're this guy. And okay, I didn't get you that time. I got you that time though. And so if you do that enough times, but if they're low on life anyway, and then they join you, I don't know. I like the idea of like being tempted to, apparently I have a pimple on my head. The idea of being tempted is more in the player's own, how they want to play rather than decide by the roll of the die. Like I almost want the roll of the die to allow for the opportunity, but the player still gets to ultimately decide. Maybe their decision though causes a penalty if they decide not to go with it, and a bonus if they do. So if I roll this, like that's the reaction. So, and the warlord may not want that reaction. They may want to counterattack instead. Or maybe that's what they do instead of counterattacking. I think that would make sense, actually. They can still shield, they can still dispel, but then they have temptation instead of counterattack. And maybe it's more like, okay, they can always do that, but it's their life multiples of 10 versus yours, just like to sacrificial atonement is the opposite, though it doesn't cost the warlord any life except what he's going to take in damage. Yeah, I like that. I think I like that. Let me write that down. Now, where am I going to write this down? You know what? That post-it note worked well for me before. Now, if I can find where my post-it note pad is. Oh, found it. Do you guys have desks where it goes from clutter to unclutter very easily? I certainly have that problem. Maybe you guys don't. Maybe you're all like, no, It's always uncluttered. Ashley keeps her desk very, very neat all the time. It's very amazing. All right. Warlord. Actually, I should just put this instead of a post-it note. I have a note-taking thing where I'm keeping track of all these, where I'm keeping track of all the things I need to put in the game. So I don't know why I'm not just doing that. Silly me. Okay, that's the rules I'm importing over. To-dos. All right, so let me write this down. This is going to be in rules, or this is going to be more of a card update. So let me put in card updates. Okay. Remake Warlord card. Include changing reaction for counter attack to being temptation. And let's see if I can wordsmith this to be really, really short. Temptation. Man, I cannot spell it to save my life. Okay. Hey, Cool Deluxe. How goes it? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, Cool Deluxe. It goes well. I'm working on making the instruction manual, which you can sort of see over here on the right for Junkyard Juggernauts. It's has a lot more complexity than I thought it would in terms of making it. I have most of all the rules already written over here, and this is an app I'm using called Obsidian, and so these are all most of all the rules right now for Junkyard Juggernauts. There's on 5x8. There are close to 40 pages of rules. So maybe that intimidates you, maybe it doesn't. But at least it's not a big tome of rules, like, you know, one of these like 8.5x11s, and there is a thick like not even Sal Stitch. It's just a really thick book. But I'm working on that right now. And right now, as I was talking through. Each character has these base stats now, and what the implications of those are in terms of the warlord and clinging to life and all that. So I'm and a to-do list for myself. So I remember, I had this idea of, okay, warlord. When the warlord, instead of having a reaction of counterattack, they have a reaction of temptation. Where okay, and now I'm trying to wordsmith this. Essentially, what it's going to do is the warlord rolls multiples of if they're, let's say they're I think for temptation they should use their attack strength. So let's say their attack strength is 50, so they can roll 5 dice, and that's versus the well, let's see. No, if it's reactions, it should always be speed. Actually, with these things, we'll all just use HP or vitality or whatever. Vitality. So, okay, let's say the warlord's HP is 50. The attacker's HP, let's say it's Hobart here. The attacker's HP is excuse me. Their HP is 20. So that means the warlord's going to get to roll multiples of 10, so 5 dice. Hobart's going to get to roll 3. If the warlord is 5 dice ends up being more, like you add them all up, they're more than Hobart's dice, then Hobart has the opportunity to pledge fealty to the warlord. If they do, they join the warlord's team, and their stats are buffed by, I don't know, by 10, let's say, each. They get 10 extra attack strength, 10 extra HP, 10 extra speed. If they don't, then they drop in stats by, maybe it's not a straight 10, maybe it's where the difference is. So let's say it was 10 dice, like the 10 dice. Let's say the Warlord got rolled 15 and Hobart, I'm just keeping the math simple. Hobart rolled 9. So there's a difference of 6 there. So if Hobart pledges fealty, he'll get 6 extra to all his stats. And if he decides not to pledge fealty, because I was saying before, I don't want the dice to have to force you into something. I want to open up the decision. So if you decide to pledge fealty because the Warlord won the dice roll, you get a boost in stats from wherever that difference in the dice are. So in this case, 6. If you decide not to pledge fealty, it's going to be a deficit. So you take -6 to all your stats. And then let's say if you win the dice roll, I don't think anything happens to you, because the Warlord's the one who's getting damaged in the attack by using a reaction that doesn't heal him at all, but gives him the opportunity to gain a teammate. So he's still going to take that damage. And if you win the dice roll, let's say even though you have 1 die and he has 5 die and he rolls all 1s and you roll a 6, you win that. You don't get a benefit of that, but then you don't have to make this decision. Do I pledge fealty or not? And that could even be a way the Warlord wins, is he just tempts all the Mageneers to be on his side through this fealty thing. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. But you said, oh man, documentation is my least favorite thing to do. So good luck. Yeah, I'm not having fun with it. I am and I'm not. I'm enjoying a little bit of the craft of it, but there's just so much, and I feel like I try to remind myself that, Francisco, just lay 1 brick at a time. If you lay 1 brick a day, eventually you'll have a pile of bricks. Now, eventually you'll have a house. If you are laying one brick at a time each day, eventually it'll come together. But it's just sometimes hard when you're in the middle of it, and it's like, I see some of the foundation there, but there's still so much more. How is this ever going to get done? It's easy to have those sort of negative thoughts. A pile of brick. I'm glad you like that. How are you doing? I thought the phlegm was out. I thought all the phlegm was out there, but apparently it was not. It's never out. How are you doing, Cool Deluxe? That's a good one. I'm going to use that joke. By all means. That's I have not heard anyone else say that joke, but I don't think I'm that funny to have come up with something like that whole cloth. So it may have been from somewhere else that I'm just not remembering. But in case it is mine, you're welcome to use it. I'm doing all right. Finally finished moving. Oh, okay. So yeah, I was a little confused about where I know in the Telegram conversation, it sounded like you were in a different place, but I wasn't quite sure where exactly that was. I have a guess given what you guys were saying, but I wasn't for sure. So, and you're welcome to say here, or if you just want to say privately, that's fine too. But I'm glad you're finished moving. I know that can be a chore. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. That's what I thought. But, yay for being done all moving. Are you still doing the same, job, or did you change jobs too? I think you were doing the same job remotely before, but all right. So we have Hobart has these. I'm going to have these as his special skills here. And I think I want to now do, now I can do, man, am I going to have a whole page for each? I was hoping to do each one on half a page so we could have like 2, but I mean, if I'm showing the cards, let's see, how important is all this to say? When first playing Junkyard, it's using the Wind Novice side of Hobart. On the core, after a couple plays, or if you like a challenge. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it would be good to call that stuff out. Can I do these work side by side? Can I limit the amount of space I'm using horizontally with these? I mean, I can if I overlap them, sure. Move that to the front. And then I could have those in 2 different columns, but I don't know. Oh, music, always stopping. Same job, but doing software and indie game dev on site. Yeah, okay, awesome. Yeah. How goes the visual novel mystery that you're working on? Excuse me. Also, I forget if you're on the mailing list for Junkyard Juggernauts Cool Deluxe. If you're not, I can certainly add you if you'd like to be on it. But I sent out an email on yesterday with a link at the bottom for signing up for playtests on Saturday mornings. So I don't know how available you are on Saturdays. If that's the time you dedicate to sort of like software and indie game dev, totally get it. But if you want to sign up for a playtest in one of the upcoming Saturdays that I have listed there, I think there's 4 in June, 3 in June, something like that, and then 2 in July. Progress stop for now. I'm working more on my software that I think I've told you about. Yeah, is that the one that you're showing? Fat Piggy Gig. I'm tired. Okay. So you've seen it then. So I want. Okay, let me see if I have this in the sort of first person direct voice. So this is more about, this is like story stuff. So do I want to just try to excise story things from the instruction manual? I've heard that that's something you should not have. Maybe I have it in purple? No, because I use purple as a way of vindicating the excuse me. Oh, I know. I could have it underneath his little portrait there. Yeah. That's what I could do. Okay. Then I could be consistent with how big these are. Okay. This is 2.917. This can be 2.917. 2.917. Okay, that's the size of that. So we can be consistent with that. But that's going to, if I make this now that size, that's going to be a lot taller. Probably go the whole page. Oh, not as bad as I thought. Okay. What I'm thinking, though, is I have this guy here, and then I move this stuff to underneath in a new text box. And this is can be like the story part about Hobart. So that... no style, body, copy, yeah, body. Maybe this is sort of in a sort of a colored call out box. Oh, maybe I do something like that. Maybe like a little ribbon. I'm thinking of how this might look. Let's see. Well, let's do this as a starting point. Go like this, and then this is going to be the purple color. It's going to be behind Hobart, and then this is going to be white. Actually, do I have a white color base white? Okay, let's add one for white. So I just have that. So we're going to duplicate that. This is going to be color white knockout. Okay, no styles, and then it's just going to be a change to color, and then it's going to be swatches. We want white. Okay. So now I do where knock white. Hey, Yoshi. Ahoy, good afternoon. Ahoy to you. Yeah, that one. Okay, yeah, that's the program you're talking about. Okay, cool. I'm glad you're getting that worked out. Very cool. What do you find you enjoy most about software dev, Cool Deluxe? Also, I'll ask you, Yoshi, what you like most about song composition? So if I want to make this sort of ribbon-esque, I mean, this is pretty chunky. I don't know if I want to make it a whole ribbon thing. Oops, that's not the one I want. So it looks like that. So it's gonna be cut right here. It's still not super. What if I do instead? I do something like this. It actually goes all the way almost across, and then it can be more like a ribbon. But this is like the separator, and let's align these with the actual pixels of the art here. Something like that. Let's see. I'm not gonna be able to get this precise enough. Let's see if I make it 4. Is that probably too much? Oh no, that's perfect. Okay. All right. So do that. And then we could have this be, let's convert this to curves. Then we can put another point. I was hoping to put one right in the middle, but it's being dumb. So I move this one, hopefully somewhat in the middle. Is that the middle? I don't think that's the middle. That's like the top of one of these. So let's move all these down so I can hopefully get a better midpoint. Oh my gosh, Francisco. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. Let's delete that. And let's try adding this in the center now. Hopefully. Okay, that looks like the center. There we go. Oh no, what happened to it? Did it not? Am I not adding to the actual shape? I think that's the problem. Okay, now add to right there. Okay. Dang it. Okay. Do I just need to? Fine, I'll just do this. My goodness. Okay, fine. I'll do it exact because you're going to be dumb about it. Okay, the center of this is at 1.99. Okay, so I'll make this. We are really close. 1.99. There you go. Now it's kind of like this ribbon, which I like the feel of that. Not gonna be so harsh. Okay, now we take this line that we had before. We put it aligned with that. We move it all the way over here. So it's just a little blurb about Hobart, which I like. I wonder if I can now make this art bigger. Let's see. Because I have a bigger version. Let's replace this with the bigger versions I made. Rules. Hopefully I didn't overwrite these. I did overwrite them. Dang it. All right. Well, we can just make it double size. And I think as long as we're going an even amount, the pixel will still retain its pixel integrity. That's really big. Let's increase frame to that. I mean, that is really, really big. I don't know if we want it quite that massive. Wow. Yeah, I think that's a bit bigger than what we're wanting. I mean, I kind of like, I like the, I mean, if we have it fade, let's experiment. If we have it faded in sort of the back, is that a better way to go? I mean, I think that's nice. That's nice if we have the cards right here next to it. But then we're losing some of the like the flavor part of it, like we got with the ribbon. So what do we do here? Thinking. Processing, wheel spinning. Okay, if I'm doing components, I want to have it be as similar to what I have up here as I can. And all these ones up here, I have the cards to the side, or the component to the side of the description. Like I'm revving an engine over here. Okay, so if I'm going to do that, then I need to have, let's see, where's the margin again? I think what I need to do, oh yeah, I can't have just, I don't think if I have preview off, I don't see, yeah, I need to see that. Okay. I was hoping I could have guidelines without preview. Oh, I guess I could, can't I turn off the boxes around things? View, pixel grid, column guides, text flow. Isn't there a way to show, because I want to see the margins and the bleed and guides. Pixel grid? Am I seeing the pixel grid? No? Okay, I'm not sure why that is even on. But we'll keep that, I guess. Show rulers, show toolbar, show context toolbar, docs, show tools, views, show column guides, that's fine. Show text flow, yeah, that's fine. All right, I guess there isn't a way to turn off these boxes. That's mainly why I was wanting to turn off, was the boxes for these. Unless I have it selected, I don't really want to see it, but I don't think I can do that unless I turn preview off, or preview on, I should say. So I think we'll just leave it. Okay, but given that, yeah, these, it's okay if it's a little off. Oh, something like there. I think that's sort of where that's going to be. But now usually I would have the card up here, and then, yeah, the card up there. And then actually maybe I have the card up there, and then I have the little character portrait back down to 100% and back to full opacity. Bring it back up here. And now maybe I move this. Maybe I have it above the card? No, that's covering the card too much. I mean, I do sort of like the idea of, let's see. I do like the idea of this like right here, but it's covering the card too much. Maybe the card can just go below it. I mean, this is a sort of a special section, so maybe it's something more like this. Get the ribbon. And then this is up at the top there, aligned with that. Then this part comes up here. Yeah, that's fine. Notice how good. So we have his base stats, maybe like this, like I just have references ago. Then we have this little call out, which I'm not sure. I feel like, oh, actually, let me make this section go up to there, and then go, where's, oh, it's, wow, it's all the way down there. And then go to here, and then we can make it in the middle of that. All right, so it's in the middle. I feel like this should be italicized. Let's see, italicized. I mean, I like that it's even smaller italicized. Yeah, I think italicized makes sense, as well as being in this sort of in this ribbon. I think that works well. So, and then we have the card, and I think the card should still be above the pixel art by a little bit. Let's move it right there. Okay, so we see the card now. We're going to show both versions. So I need to make this the same size. Move this out. I need to do it proportionally. Okay, so I don't think I need all this. This whole, I can just say novice player and then advanced. Or novice side, advanced side. So let me take, I'm going to copy one of these so I can reuse it down here. Reuse it down here is what I was trying to do. Whoa, come on. Move, please. Thank you. So this is going to be novice side. And then you're going to be right here. 2. And this is going to be advanced side. Advanced side. Okay. So I'm showing both sides. Now we're going to have the special actions. They're going to be right here. Okay, good. Now here's the thing. I love that. That's great. Problem. What do we put down here? Because I was really trying to get it to be, essentially half the page, and the other half could be another engineer. Too many decisions. Yeah, right, Yoshi? That is for sure. Okay, let me think about this again, because with the art and the cards, that leaves me plenty of space to put another one down here, I think. However, I mean, we have a lot of empty space right here. Could we conceivably put these all on like one line? I mean, I guess we could do that. And then, but I don't think this, I like how this ribbon is almost like a container or a foundation for the Hobart art to be on. And if we move it up, it's going to look not Hobart. If we move up, not him, if we move up the ribbon to allow for the space, not that. Come on, just give me the ribbon, please. There we go. If we, let's say we move this up like this. Oh, actually, that's not terrible. And then, but does that give us the space we need? Why are you? No wonder I'm having issues. I mean, it's close. It is close. I could also have him be a bit higher too. I don't think that helps so much. Yeah, that wouldn't really help that much. But I mean, okay, here's what we can do. We should just copy all this and see if it fits down here. What is that? Just a random picture frame? Okay, delete that. I don't know what that's for. Okay, copy this. We're going to duplicate it all. Put it down here. And yeah, problem. Now if we, oh, you know what? Look at that. Even if we went all the way down, we still have run this issue where the cards are overlapping. So we could fix that potentially by having the character art up higher, and then these cards could be up higher. But then wouldn't it be the same down here? Not necessarily. We could just leave this in that same place. Maybe no, the ribbon would have to change. Interesting. Okay. So now we go back to, well, okay, so if we do it so that it's just one character per page, then it's just one character per page. How do we accommodate that? Because I feel like that's going to be too little. Okay. And it's weird because it's an optical illusion almost. It looks like there's enough space. Like this space down here is the same space as right here. It looks like it. How much am I off? Let's do a little test here. From there to there. And we'll just fill it in with, I don't know, blue. Okay. And then if I do this and then make that magenta. How much am I off? Okay, I am really off. Okay, it's all the way down the page, but it's not that's interesting. But I'm still like an inch or so too tall. So I would need to find a way to make all of this, not to mention this stuff, an inch smaller. All right, so here are some options. We could just resolve that this size for these cards are not going to be the same as the width of these. It's just not. I don't think it makes sense to do one of these and have the card display the cards this way. I don't think that is a good look. However, what we could do is make both of these smaller. Just something like this, like 1.25 inches maybe. I'll go from here, make it same 1.25. Okay, now they're both sort of a lot smaller. I can move these up. 1, 2. Same with this guy. 1, 2. Now I have more room to move this over. So now let's move that to about there. All right. Now, does that give me the room? Still don't think so, because the halfway point of this page is right about where this X is, where the X sort of crosses right there. So it's not quite enough. I would need it to be above that. Okay, is there anything in this that we can change in sort of dialogue? Also, I want this to be above the art. The text should not be underneath the art. Also, I can move this guy up. Move him up to about there. Or move him up just slightly to the top of the bleed. So it might get cut a little bit or not. That's fine. Either way, it doesn't matter. And then make this overall ribbon smaller. It doesn't need to be that wide. So it could be something like that. And this similarly could be right there and then right there. Yeah, but no, then what I could do here is make, because I want ideally these all to be aligned, so you can move back to that cut. I don't care if some of the art is cut off. That actually has a nicer look if it bleeds out off the page. Bless you. Okay, and now I can do you. Am I selecting all these? I feel like I'm not. Reselect that one. Okay. Now, over you to right about there. I think I'm going to move this ribbon and text up just a smidge. Ideally, it's at the same, it's like matches at there. It's pixels though. Hobart's pixels. Okay. Something like that. Okay. So it needs to be a little, just a smidge taller or, oof. Oh, there's the pixel grid that I was talking about. Oh, so Hobart's not even on the pixel grid. No, okay. That's not good. So let's, he should snap to the pixel grid if we just get him in the right spot. So in some publishing programs, there's ways to just really fine-tune, adjust position. I am not finding that in this. Okay, right there. Looks right. Okay. So now we move this to be hopefully right on. And it's off by just the slightest amount. Okay, right there. Okay, good. And so that means this has to expand a little bit to about right there, maybe. Where are we at? Oh yeah, I think I got it. Oh wait, why are you off the pixel grid? Oh no, you're not. Oh no, okay. The purple one is okay. So just barely off, which is wow. Where is this? Oh, where's the pole? Way over here. All right. Zoom, 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 zoom. Enhance. Okay. I imagine you won't be able to perceive that in the print because the ink, you know, has a little bit of like, it expands a little bit. So I think that amount of minutia you would not be able to tell. But regardless, try to get as perfect as you can. All right. Plus, if we get it right here, I can just duplicate it and for the subsequent ones. Okay, hold on. Why are you... Is it always so below? Yeah, that's the normal space. Okay, so now we have those looking good. This moved up. Let's look at it with just preview mode, so no boxes and stuff. These are... oh, right. I have... okay. Now let's just have no style on those. Base strength 1. And then let's add a bullet just for separation. All right. One space. Okay. Maybe make 2 spaces. We have the room. Just so it's really like clear. Okay. Base HP is 2, base speed 2, base strength 1. Okay. All right, so we have that. We have the special actions. Okay, let's see if there's a way to minimize this because I think we're still above the below the X, and we want to be well above it. Otherwise, we'll have no room for anything. We are super close. I wonder if there's a way to indicate static shock and fan the flames are build actions. Because I indicate them with this. Geez. Yeah, I have special actions, reactions. Maybe if I look at what's the tracking on these? Is it minus 45? That's kind of where I want it for readability. I could have it really cramped, but then it's... oh, well, I guess I could cramp these up. Minus 100. You can't read it. Wahaha. That might not even be enough. Yeah, even that's not enough. To put it to... I'm trying to get to 1 line. I wonder if I use... which... am I using, that's the style. What am I using? Body, oh, let's use by small line break. Aha! That's going to be better. By a small line break. No, darn it. Okay. Yeah, that's good there, but I want, small body text. Huh. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do... okay, what I'm just gonna do this. This one's gonna be a manual one. Okay, this is what is it here? We have 11 on 3. So this is going to be, I think that's actually paragraph. Yeah, 3. I want this to be 3. All right, we are now just about there. We are ridiculously close. I don't know if I can do any more though. I mean, I could certainly just go boom, and then I think that's it. Let's see. Yeah, that's enough. But now here's the problem, which you'll soon see. If we, again, were to just copy all this, and let's probably group all this together on the layers. G, Hobart, info. Now, if we duplicate that all down here, it's going to be, see, it goes right up to the line. There's no space. So that's as we say, a problem. It is possible I might get lucky and I could drop these down. Like, let's say, because this is supposed to be, you know what? Let's see if maybe the text for Rivieras is smaller. Then I could actually move these down and it wouldn't be as much of a struggle. So let's try it. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll give it a shot here. Replace image with, we have this in mechanicals, rules, links. This is going to be Riviera. All right. And then this one, replace image with Tiltopia, cards, engineers. And this is going to be Riviera Novice. And this one's going to be Riviera Advanced. All right, and special actions. Okay, so first, and then I need to come up with some fun little story for her. Before we do that, though, we want to get this color. Okay, there we go. For her. And then her base points are, oh yeah, let's do this. Riviera. And hers are 2, 2, and 1. 2. And base speed is 1. All right. So her first one is Riptide. Riptide. I do all one word. And then this is going to initiate or join a team with either, this is going to be wind, and then we're going to color that purple, which is wind purple, and or earth, which is going to be green. Allies? Okay. Your part of the team's action is, okay, yeah, this one is fairly complicated. Wait, what happened? Oh, okay. Whoa, undo all that. And let's do this. Delete it all until we have just a little bit. Okay. If, now I can delete that. If defenders number of potions is less, because in these instructions I try to spell out everything that I use symbolology on the card. If defender's number of potions is less than number of team members, do I capitalize? No. Of team members, defender gives 5 HP to each member, each team member. Losing same amount of HP. Or else maybe otherwise, we'll say it here, otherwise give a potion to each team member. All right, so I already can tell we're off because the fan the flames, we don't have the extra space. That's Riptide. Sea's Bounty is hopefully a little smaller. We'll see. Sea's. Darn it! I lost the format. Sea's Bounty, and this is roll a d6, and for every water limb in play, and we'll bluicize water here, not white, water. Every water limb in play. Okay, roll a d6 for every water limb in play. Taking 2 results. Part of me is like, maybe I do need to just shorthand it and just use, because what I have on these cards is pretty shorthand for things, and maybe I don't need to expand except where clarity is helpful. Otherwise, I can just still use the same shorthand. Then I might be able to get away with having the shorter dialogue or the shorter amount, because I would love to get, each, this side Hobart Riviera, this side Malcolm and Saffron. I don't know if it's going to be possible though. Also, I'm not sure if I should go Hobart Riviera, Malcolm, Hobart on the left, Riviera on the right, Malcolm on the left, Saffron on the right, or how exactly I do it. I like the dots separating the stats. Thank you. Yeah, I think that looks nice. I like how that looks as well. I don't like how this is. I'm having issues with this. With this spacing and stuff. Part of me is like, oh, I wonder if I can move the base things up near the this, but I don't think it's. I think it's going to end up being. I don't think it's going to work. Let's give it a shot. What do I have to lose? Yeah, already it's not enough. But if I do now side head, yeah, it's bolded. So again, not if the name was longer, which Hobart is one of the shorter names, it's not enough space. Even if I take off the extra spaces and the dots, it won't be enough. Oh, but I could do that, and then it's right underneath, and then I have some room to play with. So then I could do the ribbon. Let's do those two. Fine. No. Let me pick the things I want to pick. this and that. And now we're going to move it up. So there. I can probably move it up one more even. That looks right. Now I can move these all up several. All right. So now if I do that, yeah, there we go. Hope art with those base stats. There we go. That gives me the type of separation I need. I could also, no, special actions, that applies to both of them. I think I could put this special reaction in with this. But, and because I have all this empty space, but special action sort of applies to both these, and then I'd have to put that in each one of them. So, I'm not going to do that, but yeah, I like how I specify you need to have those things for this. Music stopped again. Silly music. Probably only going to go another 20 minutes, guys. Oh. Sweet. Okay. All right. Good deal. So now we'd have to apply the same to this part. But it could be done. And I think then I have more room with this one. So let's do that. Now here's the part I have to repeat everything exactly right, which isn't the end of the world or anything, but it just can be a challenge to get things to look exactly like as I want them to look, to be precise. Okay, so now this is going to go back up here. Okay, soft return. Go like that. All right, now you and you. We're gonna do pixel, and we're going up 2 pixels. Oh, Riviera looks like. Are you right on, Riviera? No, we're off somewhere. Oh, that might just be in the because it's expanded. But let's double check here. Oh no, Riviera is off a little bit. So let's try to adjust this to be right on as much as possible. Okay, we're not seeing the pixels in the bleed, but I think we're pretty close. No, boo. Okay, we'll have to adjust on this side of it then. That is so close. So close. Okay, I think that's as precise as I'm probably going to be able to achieve. So now I gotta go back to you and you. Zoom way in. And get it right there. All right, good. Now I can move this one up. And I don't know how far away I should just do this. Okay, so this, no. This is right there, and we can go 1, 2, 3. And for this one, I'm not sure how far away that is. If I go like this, 1, 2, 3, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 is going to be as close as I could probably adjust manually. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right. So that's probably as evenly spaced as at least your eye is going to be able to perceive. And we can make sure this is also done right. So you're going to go there. Oh, and I need this to go all the way to the bottom of the letters. Otherwise, it's not going to look right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then this is right there. And then this one is right there. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. So those are closer than I would like. This stuff biting up against Riviera here, but I mean, it's a lot better. And we have room. Oh, and I can also move. Oh, and I have space down here at the bottom to move it down. So let's finish filling in Riviera, and then we'll be able to adjust accordingly. Okay. Let's see. What could we say about Riviera? Born at the same time as her brother Malcolm, but with a much greater heart for adventure. On the sea. All right, I guess that works. What do I say? Hope artist connects the wind magics of the world, giving him advantage. Oh, right. I say a little bit about that. Okay. Born with a. I can just say that. We don't have to say at the bottom of the same. Born with a heart for adventure on venture at sea. Riviera is, what do I say? Joined? Is connected with the water. Did I say magics or elements? Water magics of Galmany. Giving her advantage in potions and what else? Potions and not speed. Yeah, a lot of what she has to do with potions, though. She's buying game potions. Trading time for potions, maybe. Giving her advantages in potion acquisition. Potion and stats buffing, potions and what else? Potions and giving her advantages in potion and I'll just say there might be a better way to say this. Acquisition. That sounds so like business. Potion finding, potion hunting. She doesn't really hunt the potions. So let me read this. So Riptide, that's a way to get potions from the enemy. Seize Bounty, that's a way to get extra stats. And Hair of the Sea Dog, that's a way to trade damage, essentially take damage but get potions from it. I'll say giving her a keen specialty for potions. Giving her a keen potion specialty. Specialty? Is this how you spell specialty? Born with a heart for adventure. At sea, Riviera is connected with the water magics of Galmany, giving her a keen potion. Keen potion. What is there a word that goes with potion that's like starts with P? Giving her a penchant, not pension, penchant for potions. I like that. Giving her a penchant for potions. Okay, so now we have Riptide. Here, sees my roll d6 for every wire limb in play. Team 2 results.
So if you haven't had a plum, you can
give any other results to team or the defender. And then this is must have what? To unlock that, must have 1 water arm, 1 wind arm, and 1 earth leg. Let me make this the watercolor. Must have 1 water arm, 1 wind arm, and 1 earth leg. You know what? I'm going to shorten these. I'm going to say must have 1 wire arm, 1 wind arm, and 1 earth leg to unlock. Because of course it's going to be in the Juggernaut. That's no, you don't have those as arms otherwise. Or I could just say in Juggernaut. And then that way up here, it's even less. I must have 2 wind arms and 1 earth leg in Juggernaut. I could say to unlock. Must have 1 fire leg, 1 wind leg, Juggernaut build. Or unlocks, maybe unlocks or enabled with when with in Juggernaut build. Unlocked with, let's try saying that. Unlocked with 1 leg. Okay, there we go. I think that's what I want to say. Unlocked with 1 fire leg, 1 wind leg, and 1 firearm in Juggernaut build. Okay, so that's how we'll say it. Not one locked. Unlocked. Unlocked with 2 wind arms and 1 earth leg in Juggernaut build. Perfect. That's more succinct and is on 1 line. Awesome. Give me more space between those. Great. Okay, so we'll say unlocked with meh. Why did I do that? Not sure why I did that. Because this came up. That's what happened. I'm like, why is it doing it? Unlocked with 1 wire arm, 1 wind arm, comma, Oxford comma here, and 1 earth leg in Juggernaut build. Wait, what happened? What happened? that was working here. Unlocked with 1 water arm, 1 wind arm, and 1 earth leg in Juggernaut build. Is it really that much longer? Because the word water and earth are longer than fire, I think is the issue. Locked with, I guess it could say 1 water arm, wind arm, and earth leg. Does the 1 carry over to all the other ones? Or should I specify unlocked with 1 water arm, 1 wind arm, and 1 earth leg? Or unlocked with 1 water arm, wind arm, and earth leg in Juggernaut build? Okay, first off, I like the distinction of making sure it's 1 of all those. But, so if we can get away with decreasing this to still be readable and on 1 line, okay. I will take 60. That's still readable. Unlocked with 1. Yeah, okay. We'll go with that. Where's the margin? Am I almost there? Okay, I have a little bit of wiggle room here. I feel like the margin's above that. Oh, I'm right at it. Jeez. Right there. Okay. So I think, see how this goes. This is the last one here. Hair of the sea dog. Okay. And then this one I think is going to be a lot less. Hopefully this one's pretty snappy. And it's only on 2 lines. We'll see though. Okay. For every 6 damage you receive, I'll just say, let's say you take this, you take in this attack, because this is coming from 1 attack, in this attack. Oh, I should say in this action, because there are other things that damage you that aren't necessarily an attack in this. Well, I'm saying for every 6 damage you take, from attacker's action, gain 1 potion. So if you take 12 damage, you'll gain 2 potions. If you take 18 damage, you gain 3, essentially. Okay. For every 6 damage you take from attacker's action, from this action by the attacker, from an attacker's action, gain 1 potion. Okay. And then we'll do this whole thing here where it says must have unlocked with 1 fire. We have 2 wire legs, 2 water legs. So this should be able to fit on 1 line. Nope, Francisco, don't style it that way. Style it this way. Water. Unlocked with 2 water legs and a firearm. And 1 firearm in Juggernaut build. Alrighty. Good deal. Okay, so now this is all under Riviera. Do I have her in her own layer here? Riviera info. Awesome. So now I can just move this down. Let's have this go up to, what? No, come on. Go up to there. And then I'm just going to move it all down. Riviera. No, the whole thing, please. Silliness. Right there to the margin. Now I have plenty of space between. Also, am I seeing okay, the black line was just around this ribbon because of the because of something else. Okay, I am noticing though, why are these all the I'm like, why are these all the way to the cut? I thought it was to the bleed, but that's because when you're looking at preview, it turns the bleed off. That's what's going on. Okay, so I think that's totally fine. Looking good there, looking good there. Yeah, I think that's good. So we got special actions. Riptide needs to have the right. This is action underline. There you go. And this is still 10 point. Special actions. That is bold. That is strong. All right, it just doesn't look strong, but okay. What size is that? 10 still? Really? And that's bolded. Why does it look like unbolded? Oh, all right. Are these all bolded? No, they're just not lowercase. All right. Weird. All right, those can go away. Yeah, now I'm like, I don't know if I like the cards right there. I think with these, that's fine when they go to the edge because there's plenty of space. With this though, I don't know if I like seeing the cards go right to the edge. So I think I will make these all smaller.
You sure you don't want to play?
So maybe just make them 1 inch across.
Sure, I don't.
Whoa, wrong way. I want the other way. Or we can do 1.1 1/8 inch. 1, 2, 5. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. Okay, and then we got move these in. Center. 1, 2. No, come on. And it's just about time for the stream to be done, guys. We got, I think, good progress done, but it's not. I always hope to get more done than what I seem to be able to achieve, but we made good progress. We got this whole. Let's see, what have we done? 1, 2. Okay. We got these two pages done. You know, I wonder if I want to make. I probably want to have. I probably just want to have this overall flipped, and I didn't realize that if I do it this way, I can't do because I was thinking, oh, I'll just carry it over to the other side. It'll be fine. But I'll show you what happens if I were to just duplicate these and move them straight over. Come on. Essentially these ribbons would go into the spine, which isn't terrible. And just as a quick example here, we'll replace this picture frame. So I'll replace this with Focus Francisco. Thanks, Malcolm. And then this one with Saffron. And then this would be the red. This would be the green of his cloak. So, actually, I guess that's not terrible. Let me look at let's see. So, the cards would go into sort of in between. in between the center line, which is fine. It's a style stitch, so you'll still be able to see most of it. I was thinking I need to flip it so that the characters were on the wholly right. We're wholly on the right-hand side of the page. But I don't think that's going to be something I have to worry about now that I think about it. In fact, with Hobart here, I want him in more, just a little further away from that cut. 1, 2, 3. Riviera, same thing. 1, 2, 3. And then Saffron, the same 3. And then Hobart, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I think that's, and I'll even change these because these are Malcolm, and Saffron. All right. So I got, okay, so that'll actually be nice. These are the pages. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. I need to update these, of course, but I like how we have on these 2 pages, you get all the Magineers in one spot, and then up here will likely be the Warlord. Okay, then we have, or I wonder if we put the map up here. Because the map is a component, and then player boards. I feel like that's what I should use that space for, and the Warlord should come after these guys on their own sort of section. Let me look. Yeah, I think that's what we should be doing now. Let me update the table of contents, see how it changes. Okay. Whoa. A lot of things. Oh man. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is have
After you're done with the oranges.
I think I'm not gonna have the heading 2s. It's just gonna be these. Why do I have 2 components? What the junk? 11? Page 11. Let's look. That's page 3. Oh, because I have yeah, because of this. Yeah, I don't want that. Delete that. Okay, now I should just have 1 component. Oh my word. And boom. There we go. So how to win, component setup, how to play will then have the different phases. I'm considering having the table of contents just on the front of the book, because I feel like sometimes it's like you have to turn in just to see where things are. I think sometimes it'd just be nice to have table of contents right there at the front. Okay, so here it is. I want this. Okay, boom. That way, if you're looking for something immediately, you don't have to turn, look, and it's like 2 turns. It's like 2 clicks. You don't want people to do 2 clicks when they're buying something. You want 1 click. So it's like just here. Okay, here. Let me look. That's where I can approximate to look. Boom. So anyway, I think that's gonna be all for this morning. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back on Tuesday with it's not a podcast. No, I don't know what it's gonna be on Tuesday night. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Maybe Fantasy Star. Maybe Kitty Chris. Maybe Junkyard Juggernauts. I don't know. Oh, actually, it might be working on the podcast because I have a lot of, it depends on how much is still left on the podcast to do. I've about halfway done through editing. I have the pixel art. But I might just be like doing the process of posting that. It might be another working stream. I don't know. But we'll find out on Tuesday. Then on next Saturday, I have several people in the queue to do a it should be a full roster of people playing next Saturday, Junkyard Juggernauts. So looking forward to that. And then yeah, if you want to want to help playtest, join our Discord, retrorewindpodcast.com/Discord. If you're watching this, I don't know, if you're watching the VOD, then it may be way back up in the tree, but there is a link as of May 18th, 2024, real recently of me posting a link to the Google sign-up form that my awesome wife Ashley made to help me with this. So you can look for that there, and to sign up for playtests in June and July. I think that's it. I'll see if there's anyone to go raid. I don't always have the best luck with that. Let's see. You know what we'll do? We will go raid Annie Shark because she's playing Secret of Mana. And though that's not my favorite game, let's give her some support because she's always been here. So we'll probably go do that, I think. Let me double check something else real quick before I make that final decision. Let's see. Can I see? Yeah, I'm thinking... Actually, I'm going to belay that. Right now, it's just me essentially watching on Twitch, so I think that'd be a little weird to just raid with just me. So we're not going to do that this time, but thank you everyone for watching, whether you're here for the majority of the time or just a little bit. Appreciate each and every one of you. We'll go ahead and pray and then be done. Lord God, thank you for this morning. Thank you for this time to just work on this project of Junkyard Juggernauts, working on the rule book. Lord, it's way more than I thought it was going to be, so I pray that you would help me to continue to be working through it, making progress. I pray, Lord, that you would please be with each and every one of us, all the rewinders. Bless us in this day, whether we're working or we get the day off. Please help us to recharge or get through the day. And I pray we'd all experience your beauty, grace, truth, and love in a fresh new way. And I pray all this in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, who left all majesty to come down into our depravity, live the life he wanted, taught us how we could, conquered sin, overcame death, being raised to you, the Father, making a way for us all to have a right relationship with you where there wasn't a way before. Amen. All right, guys, until next time, here's your stream face.